Well, hey, preschool parents, this is Jeff, and I am here with a Continue the Journey activity that you can lead with your preschooler at home that's just going to keep them on their journey towards Jesus and help reinforce the big idea in the Bible lesson that we had in this week's pre-K experience. This Continue the Journey activity is called Arrow Launch. And this is an example of the kind of activity that we would do in small learning centers here on Sunday mornings with your kids. You'll need three things for this. The first thing you'll need is some kind of target. I've got a mini hula hoop here. You may or may not have a hula hoop around your house, but use anything that could be a target. It could be an empty Amazon box. I seem to have those piling up in my house right now. It really can even just be like a jump rope that you just draw, trace out a circle or a square with. Anything that could be a target. And then you're going to need the arrows for our activity. I've got some straws up here at the JC Kids supply closet that I've got. If you've got drinking straws, that works great. If not, kind of anything this kind of shape, kind of an arrow shape. So you could have a crayon, a marker, an unsharpened pencil, anything they're not going to hurt themselves on, right? And then the last thing that you're going to need is a way to read the Bible story to your kids. And that could be from a Bible app. There's lots of kids' Bible apps out there. You just go to the the Google store or the iTunes store, find a kid's Bible app. A lot of them actually will play them on little videos for your kids, which is great. I've got a preschool Bible right here. It's great to have one of these around as well. I always have loved reading stories to my kids out of Bibles like this. For this particular story, you're going to want to read ahead and make sure you know what you're reading, especially if you're using kind of an adult Bible, like this is my Bible. In this story, Saul calls his son Jonathan a son of a whore in my translation, so probably not what you want to read to your preschooler, so make sure you read ahead, be prepared to, to edit as needed and make it preschooler friendly. So in this Continue the Journey activity, what you're going to do is you're going to place your target, your hula hoop or whatever it is, about 4 to 5 feet away from your kids on the floor. You'll probably want to hold on to these for a second, and you're going to start to share the Bible story with them. And in this famous Bible story, Jonathan helps his friend David out of a jam. Jonathan's dad, King Saul, wants to kill David. Jonathan comes up with a plan to let David know if it's true that Saul is going to kill him or not, and he's going to shoot his arrows in a field while David's hiding behind a rock. And depending on where Jonathan shoots the arrows, that's the code for David. And so as you read this story and you talk about the incredible friendship between Jonathan and David, when you're done, you want to give your kids some arrows to shoot at the target, and really they can just kind of throw them, right? So the twist is they're aiming for the target, and anytime they get their arrow in a target, you guys are going to celebrate and shout the big idea together, which is God gives me friends who love. A wonderful thing that we want our kids to remember, that our God provides for them lots of things, lots of people, including friends who love them. As your kids kind of weary on shooting arrows at the target, or maybe as you weary on them throwing straws or crayons all over your living room, gather them up and ask them one more question. I've been giving you some just questions to kind of help you learn about what your kids know about friends, who your kids' friends are, and today's no different. I've got a question for you to ask them, and it's this: how can you show love to your friends? And then listen to their ideas, help guide them on those ideas on what they can do to show love to friends. And they can put that into practice when they get back to preschool eventually, or maybe they're there now, but at least when they get back to preschool, when they get back here at Journeys Crossing and Kids Church, they can use that around the house with their brothers and sisters, or even with you. It's great for kids to understand how to appropriately show love to others. So this is a really short, simple activity with some simple things that you have around your house that will help your child continue the journey to find who Jesus is, and even at 2, 3, 4 years old, learn how to follow him with their lives. I hope you have a great time doing this at home. See you later. Bye-bye.